2017. It's my daughter's birthday. Thank you for tuning in and logging on, and welcome to Truth It in the AM. It is your boy Truth It, and I'm here to address any and all things when it's time to, and it's time to, and making sure that I'm sending out positive vibes only. Positive vibes only. I'm here with the one and the only, too real to be phony. Trooper Joe is in the building.
I'm in the studio, right?
In the studio, that's right. New coat of paint.
Yeah, I'm noticing that.
Tried to make it look a little bit more professional.
Looks a little brighter.
Yep.
Great. Well, thank you for those applause, folks, and I'm glad to be here. We've had a real rough weekend, and looks like we're going to have some real rough times coming up, too, but see what we talk about.
Very, very rough weekend. As everybody knows now, we had a shooting in Las Vegas, Nevada. There's 59 people were confirmed. Yep, confirmed dead. Over 400?
527 or 9 people wounded.
Wounded or injured from the stampede that ensued from the shooting. And Troop, it's a scary, scary world.
It is a scary world. This is just ridiculous. This is beyond control. You know what's the scariest part to me? We become so complacent, and we become so full of ourselves that we thought that these things can't happen because we've had so many near misses and we've gotten ahead of them by accident.
Yep.
Like in New York with the car bombing or something like that the guy had, but it didn't blow up. It was an accident that it didn't blow up. That would have been horrendous if it had blown up. You know, we just seem to have so much luck lately in the past that this can't happen to us. You know, this ain't gonna happen to us. Here it is. Not only that, but Puerto Rico too. You know, it's like this is the world. We need to really come together as a people. You know, and stop all this division that we have among ourselves. And it ain't, you know, I saw some texts and stuff like that, and it really made me sad. You know, one text, I know Facebook or something like that, and he Facebook's out there, well, you know, if it was a black man, we'd be at war right now or something like, come on.
It would be a war zone.
A war zone.
Yep.
It's like, come on, what is the need for this kind of silly victimized justification? You know, this is a incident that affects everybody. From that, he wasn't shooting just at white people. He was shooting at people, any old people, any old person that walks around down there. And yeah, I'm sure that the stereotypical view that this person might have was, yeah, this is a country western thing, so everybody's white. I go to country western things in Wyoming, Colorado, Utah and stuff. Everybody ain't white.
Right.
You know, most of the cowboys out there doing the stuff at the rodeos and stuff, they're from Houston, they're black. You know, it's like, at least if you're going to be thinking thoughts like that, increase your amount of knowledge so you really have the right picture that you're painting, and stop saying silly little nonsensical things like that.
Right.
This is terrible.
Well, the shooting started from, it was during a Jason Aldean, a country music singer's concert. Yeah. And it was an outdoors concert, and the shooting occurred from the Mandalay Bay Hotel, a hotel room, a hotel window. And there's videos everywhere.
Oh, yeah.
Where you can hear the sound of the gun going off. And it was a machine gun.
He modified the recreational
assault rifle,
the AR-15. Well, it's modeled after the AR-15, I believe.
Yeah.
And you modify it because you're able with the stock that goes on it, the part that sits in your shoulder. It puts enough pressure so that the thing just keeps firing. You don't have to be pulling the trigger. You just hold it at that one spot, and it just keeps right on firing. And he modified both those weapons with that stock handle. So the two rifles that he used, 100 bullet magazines.
Yep. He fired into a crowd of 22,000 people.
Yeah.
It was a Route 91 Harvest Music Festival, and the set was interrupted by automatic gunfire just after 10 p.m. The country singer ran backstage immediately, but unfortunately the people could not get out quick enough. A stampede ensued, and there was a lot of people injured from gunshot wounds. There were 59 people killed again, and authorities identified the shooting suspect as Stephen Paddock, a 65-year-old male from Mesquite, Nevada.
Yep, up the street about an hour.
Yep. Police confirmed that Paddock died in his hotel room from his self-inflicted gunshot wound before they used an explosive to break down the door.
Yeah.
At least 23 weapons, many of them rifles, were discovered inside his house.
That's inside the hotel room.
Yeah.
19 more in his house.
Oh yeah, inside his hotel room. Why is it easier to get a gun than to get a BB gun almost?
I don't know. This is just
How
crazy.
is it so easy for people to get a hold of so many different kinds of guns too?
Yeah, this is crazy for somebody to have that many weapons. Like, what are you gonna do with all those weapons? Obviously, you're gonna shoot people. They don't do anything but kill people.
Right. That's what they're made for, killing people. They're not made for hunting deer.
No.
They're not made for outdoorsman stuff. They're made for killing people.
That's right.
And
I don't see a 100-round magazine shooting a rabbit. There ain't no rabbit.
right, there won't be no rabbit left.
That's all they can do is kill people. But yet we have this. We have this fascination in this country with muscle cars and guns.
Yep.
And ladies' underwear.
Yep. Police believe Paddock was the sole shooter, though his motive is unclear. The FBI said he has no connections to an international terrorist group. In an interview with NBC News on Monday, Paddock's brother said the family is completely dumbfounded by the news. We are completely at a loss. And I can see why he was dumbfounded at the news, because during that interview, he sounded like the dumbest human being on planet Earth. I don't know how he could have gotten what? He's not that type of person. Oh my God, there is no signs. The man had an army in his house.
Exactly. It's like,
what do you mean there were no signs?
lots of signs. Then I bet it. I don't know. We'll have to see when things come up. That location wasn't random.
Nope.
I've only seen the pictures, looking at it in the newspaper and stuff like this. But if you were lower than like the 25th floor and stuff, there was a tree that obstructed part of your view.
Right.
So anything higher than that 32nd floor and higher would have been even better. But that was a great location to set up a hive to bring that amount of carnage on there. And with a well-lit arena down there, It's like that's shooting the fish in the barrel.
Yep.
It's because you're not aiming at anybody. You're just putting it out there. There's nothing really obstructing your bullets to make, that. So I can't really believe, and then you got 23 weapons in the room. I can't really believe that this boy was having visions or something like that from ghostly figures saying go out there and kill people or something. This was thought out and planned.
Yep. Jason Aldean, whose concert was going on during the shooting, broke his silence on Instagram. Tonight has been beyond horrific. I still don't know what to say, but I wanted to let everyone know that me and my crew are safe. My thoughts and prayers go out to everyone involved tonight. It hurts my heart that this would happen to anyone who was just coming out to enjoy what should have been a fun night. Heartbroken. Stop the hate.
Stop. There you go. The only thing I really like about the last part, we gotta stop the hate, folks.
Yep.
We gotta put a. You want to buy a gun and shoot the hate.
Yep.
We got to stop the hate. This is out of control. This doesn't make any sense to me. It really doesn't. Within the country, it's like, what is this? What, why are you taking? your anger and your misery out on all these innocent people.
My question is, why do we have such a gun culture in this country that we have? So true. Do you believe that? See, but this is not This is not the early 1900s. There's no more cowboys.
And with soldiers.
I guess, but so do you think there should be more gun control?
I think that nobody should have a gun. I don't have a gun.
Okay.
I don't really see the need for having a gun. Even in the service, I didn't carry a gun half the time.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, it's designed for one thing and one thing only, and that's killing people.
Yep.
You know, inflicting, you can't hide behind it. Bullets ain't but about this big, you know, and that's a...
And they explode.
Bigger ones, but yeah, you can't hide behind it. You can't hide behind the weapon. You know, I don't see what it's good for. Hunting, yeah, okay. So you're a hunter. I could see that's because we call it a sport. So you need to go out and hunt. You don't need an automatic rifle.
Yep.
You don't need something with a high-powered scope that's military grade scope to go out and hunt. That ain't hunting.
Nope.
You know?
That's killing.
Yeah, that's killing. That's all it is. Yeah. We need that. I don't know what we would do with all those guns to take them off the street. And this phony make-believe thing, I need a gun to protect my family. You know? And from who?
Right.
You know, you're just making people crazy with all these guns. And what kind of family you got?
Right.
You know, what do you have?
Who are you, Tony Soprano?
Yeah.
Are you a gangster and your family's under threat from the mob or something?
Yeah, like you know, I know it's obviously it's a bad world out there because, I mean, this kind of stuff could happen any place.
Yep.
This could happen. Not to that degree, you know, with the amount of firearms, but somebody looks like you can just literally get past security in a Walmart.
Right.
Or something like that, or in a mall. Yeah, you can just walk up from your car, walk it up there, and shoot the security guys and go in there and kill people.
Right. It's beyond debate. Well, before I get into this part, the Tennessee shooting.
Yeah.
Where the black guys shot at the people in the church.
Yeah.
They found a letter, and it was supposed to be a reverse Dylan Roof. It was yes. The shooter was a black man. He went into an all-white church and shot up those people. And he only killed one though.
Yeah.
Before they got the gun away from him, and he had a note in his car saying this is for Dylan Roof. So he wanted to do the same thing.
Yeah, we got craziness out there.
Stupid.
And
yet he found a way to get a hold of the gun.
We got lots of stupid out there.
Yeah.
And what we do, we put numbers on it.
Yep.
We glorify. We just made this guy a cult hero to some crazy militia people and stuff. He's got the record. Yep. He's got the most kills and mass murder and stuff. He got the most guns. He inflicted all the most harm.
He will go down in the history books as the largest mass shooting in modern U.S. history.
Yeah, it's like, come on, man.
He's not a superhero, guys.
No,
he's a piece of trash.
He suffers from white madness.
Yes.
It's like, that's just crazy. He's a sick individual. I don't know if he knows he was sick or not. He's a sick individual. And anybody who worships this guy and wants to compete with him, I said, what's this competing anyway? Some people, just like that guy who put the post out there about, if this was a black person, that's just making up competing stuff.
Yep.
It's like, what's the need for doing this? It's like, this really doesn't make any sense to me.
It doesn't. Anyone who can pick up a gun and go shoot people too that they don't know for no good reason, even for a good reason, that takes some kind of something with your brain. There's an issue with your brain to be able just to go and take a life for no reason, even for revenge, is just, to me, it seems like there's something wrong with you.
That's the way I look at it. I know it's not easy to kill.
Nope.
I don't like killing. I don't think it's an easy thing. I mean, the only thing that I heard that reminded me of the realistic part of this was, I guess there was two people they were on the roof in the bar up on there, and they witnessed the whole thing from the roof. But the view was, because it was so well lit and everything, there was so much carnage, they were seeing the people down below dropping and the blood all over the place and stuff. And these guys they need counseling.
Yep.
They're afraid. People were totally fearful for their lives and stuff. They had never seen such carnage.
Well, the people that were down there also need counseling.
Yeah.
Where the bodies fell right next to them. If I was a person that's sitting there, even for the simple fact that I'd have to like lay on top of my wife and say, stay down, stay down, stay down, let me shield you, while we're listening to gunshots and watching people fall around you, that would be enough for me to need counseling myself.
Yeah, because we see clean death.
Yep.
We see it in the hospitals. We get around it and we have somebody comb their hair and stuff like that. And wash their face and we say cute little nice words to them.
And you fold their hands on their chest.
It's all neat. And then we sensationalize it like, I heard the final death breath. Or some craziness like that. We have this clean fascination with death, and we're scared to death of that.
Yep.
That just to see this horrific real stuff, like this is what bullets do to you. They just don't. The bullets aren't designed anymore to go through you, because they know that's not effective. They're designed to go in there and just tumble. So it just rips out everything as it tumbles its way through this. So it's just not a little light hole with trickles of blood coming in and coming out. You know, it's there's nothing there.
Nope.
Tore you all up.
Well, Troop, what's indisputable is that this shooting, like the Pulse nightclub shooting before it, and the Newton shooting before that, and then the Columbine before that, this will land in the political culture that is deeply divided on the proper role for guns in society and the need for or lack of a need for stricter gun control measures in the country.
I know, but you know my fear is the gun lobby is so powerful and it's so big that it's not going to have an effect. It's going to be a 2-week type of ordeal and then back to normal, you know?
Oh no, true. Whenever there's a mass shooting, historically, even now, going on right today, gun sales go up.
Yeah.
Whenever there's a mass shooting, more people buy guns. The gun stocks, I was reading earlier today, the stocks for gun makers are skyrocketing right now. Whenever there's a mass shooting, more people, I gotta get a gun. Just in case something like that happens around me, I'll be able to protect myself. I don't know why.
I don't know. You're useless if you had a gun. You got shot by the police.
Right.
And they should shoot you.
Right.
You know, you can't reach that guy. You don't even know where he was. They didn't know he was in the hotel's not there. It's way over there.
Yeah.
They didn't know where he was. You pull out your little sidearm or a rifle or something like that, and then you get shot.
Right.
There's no need for guns anyway.
When a gun is used to commit a crime as an act of mass violence, two schools of thoughts immediately assert themselves, both of which seek to explain the genesis of these incidents. One is, we need more gun control laws to stop this cycle of violence. And the second school of thought is, bad people will do bad things no matter what the gun laws are.
Yeah, I think that second should be first.
Right.
Bad people do bad things no matter what the gun laws are. Because you're not going to take away guns from everybody out there. It's just not going to happen.
Why?
Because you can get way too many illegal guns out there now. The illegal, we let it get to where it's out of control. That we're reactionary people.
Hello, Chicago.
Yeah, exactly. Chicago, you go to Chicago, get all the guns you want.
Right.
It's just there's too many weapons out there.
Yep, there is.
And because of that, people know where they are. People have weapons already. What's this guy? 23 and then 19 in some place else. He got over 50 weapons.
Right. Well, I don't know. Hopefully something will come out of it because the majority of Americans think gun laws should be made stricter.
They should be made stricter. But the problem is, This guy didn't show any signs of if you look at him on paper, he showed no signs of being somebody to do craziness.
Maybe when you stockpile a bunch of weapons for no good reason, that should be a warning sign or a red flag.
Totally, but if you walk in to buy a gun singly at a time, that's why I know this had to be planned, because he must have been buying guns for a while.
Right.
He looked like, well, yeah, I'm a millionaire. I fly a plane. I think he had investments in other businesses and stuff like this. Oh yeah, I like to go to Vegas and gamble a lot. Who doesn't like to go to Vegas and gamble a lot?
Right.
You know, okay, you can buy a gun. You look like an upstanding citizen.
Yep.
You know, well, look at here. You done bought about 50 guns already. But I compare them. I like to put them side by side.
My cousin, he has a troop, but like the way I have my belts on my wall, my cousin has guns on his wall, and he buys his wife guns. He bought her one for her birthday, and then her next birthday, he bought her a different one. A lot of people are just gun collectors. They just collect them just to have them.
Yeah, but that's just a word, collector.
Yeah.
You take it off the wall, put the bullets in it, and be a gun shooter.
Right. But I mean, I guess there's a lot of people who buy guns just to have them for show, or put them in a pretty gun case. And I don't understand the psyche behind people who get guns. It's crazy.
But I'll tell you, I like knives.
Okay. See, it's the same thing.
I don't put them on the walls and stuff. I do like knives. I like swords. I have a patent saber. That's the one that you see in the army with the big.
Where they lead, with the thing that goes over the hand that protects the hand.
Yeah, I fence. I'm not active in the fencing as much as I was before with the USA Fencing Association and stuff like that. I like fencing and stuff. And I do Aido, which is sword varnish and cutting in the Japanese style. I studied that when I was really active in karate for a long time. I really enjoy knives. But, I train with them and stuff like that. I know how to, I train not so much with disarming people with knives and stuff or killing people with knives. I got the military training from some high-end type of things like that, how to use a knife and kill people and all kinds of stupid stuff like this. But that ain't why I collect them and use them. But I guess maybe there's something for the gun, but I just don't put them on the wall.
Right. A lot of people do. A lot of people do. They collect. The people collect all kinds of things. True.
Yeah. I still practice.
Guns are one of them.
In my cell, I practice with the Epi sword. That's the smaller one like this. Yeah, I still practice with that. Down in the cell, and it keeps me flexible. I can lunge probably around 8 to 10 feet still. Just from a standing position and just lunge like that. I can still move that distance and everything, and I'm good in my 60s and stuff like this. I move twice as far as a 25-year-old. So there's a lot of benefit that I get out of practicing with the swords and stuff and with the knife. But I'm just hanging on the wall.
Okay.
I got hatchets too. I throw them. I throw knives too. I throw stuff.
Okay. 55 in the latest Gallup numbers. 55% of people said they wanted stricter gun laws, while 10% wanted less stricter gun laws. So there's still people in this country that think gun laws are still too strict. 4 in 10 people live in homes with guns.
Yeah.
4 in 10 people. So if there's 10 houses on my street, 4 of them got guns in it.
Oh yeah.
That's crazy.
That's crazy.
That's scary.
I know on my street, there's several people I know, they got guns in their house.
Yeah,
I get guns popping off up there near Holden and stuff here in Massachusetts every once in a while.
What is there, a gun range?
Nah, they're shooting at the coyotes.
Oh, okay.
Shooting at the coyotes. Just like, come on, that coyote ain't gonna bother you.
It's not an automatic gun, is it?
No, it's single shot guns.
Okay.
I know they're shooting at the coyotes because I know the coyotes are up there because there's deer up there.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
So.
3/4 of gun owners believe that owning a gun is a fundamental freedom. They think it's the American way.
It used to be the American way, but look here, American way.
Yep.
Want to see my shirt? Because this is what he grew out of it.
Ranger.
Now, this is where the Second Amendment was instituted. It was at the development of before rangers were rangers.
Mm-hmm.
That's what's called ranging. So you had to protect the little villages and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
So everybody owned a gun. And
Right.
you go out at night when it's your turn and you'd walk the periphery of your little village type of area to protect from the hostile Indians, which I would be one of.
Yeah.
You'd have to protect, and this was called ranging. So
Mm-hmm.
you'd be out there on patrols. You ain't patrolling anything now.
Nope.
Why you need a gun?
Right.
Because that's before they had police forces to do that. You had to maintain the security of your environment, and that's what all this Second Amendment was about.
All right.
It's not about I need to own a gun so in case the bad guy comes in my house and then I shoot him. It had nothing to do with that. It had to do with this ranging type of stuff.
Right.
And that's where they developed in the ranges.
Most gun owners, they cite protection as the main reason why they own guns. There's been a sea change over the last 2 decades when it comes to reasons why people own guns. Back in 1999, a near majority said the main reason why they had a gun was for hunting. Protection was the second most common reason. Now protection has become the first reason, and hunting has become the second reason.
Hunting, the dogs don't hunt.
Right.
They drink.
Yep.
They drink.
Yep.
And they drink. And they drink and then they shoot things.
And people.
Yeah, shoot people, shoot everything. Yeah, I run in the woods not during the hunting season because them people
Right.
They can't tell the difference. They drink.
Oh, look at that bear. That must be a Sasquatch. Shoot it.
And I don't care what colors you wear. They think there's a store out there where animals can buy different furs.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, yeah, they don't hunt.
Nope, they don't. Just 1 in 3 Republicans see gun violence as a very big problem. That's a lot of Republicans. I thought.
Oh, so they just got shot up themselves a few months back.
Oh, that's right. The shooting in Virginia, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yep. Majority of Americans, 50%, say gun violence is a very big problem.
Yeah.
Another one in 3 call it a moderately big problem. Those numbers are hugely split along partisan lines. Just 32% of Republicans call gun violence a very big problem, while 2/3 of Democrats say the same. So it's the majority of Democrats, just like Hillary Clinton, who came out yesterday or the day before, saying that gun control, we need to talk about gun control and we need to do something about it now.
Yeah, the talking about it isn't going to get it done. We talked about it till people blew in the... Everybody in the planet knows that guns are only good for one thing. I don't care whether it's a person you're killing or an animal you're killing.
Mm-hmm.
That's what it does.
Okay.
You can talk about, well, I go to the range because I like to shoot the targets and I like to do this and everything. So you become a more effective killer because it can only kill. You can shoot the target all day long if you want to. But sooner or later, you're going to get tired of the target.
Right. Republicans don't believe access to guns increase likelihood of mass shootings.
You can't shoot them with a cucumber.
Right. Mass shootings like the one in Las Vegas are all the evidence for Democrats. America should need to be convinced of the need for stricter gun measures, but most Republicans simply don't draw that same sort of connection between gun ownership and these violent episodes. I wonder if the Republicans are one of those types of people who thinks that if everybody had a gun, there'd be less shootings.
That's just stupid.
Well, okay, so what about the shooting in Orlando last year, where the guy went into the club and shot up all those people? If someone else had a gun, they might have been able to shoot him.
There's always that if someone else had a gun, they might be able to shoot him. Guns don't give you coverage.
Okay.
Guns can only kill. The guy walk in there and start shooting all over the place and you got a gun, what's the first thing you're going to do? It's a naturally, you're going to duck.
Yep.
You're not going to be standing there and busting bullets back and forth. That's TV. That ain't going to happen.
Mm-hmm.
You might just stand there like a deer in the headlight. Just like that, mouth wide.
Right.
And suck up all the bullets. He's in there. The guy coming through the door, he's on a mission.
Mm-hmm.
You know? It's a crazy mission, but he's still on a mission. He has an agenda. He's going to inflict as much carnage as he can. And you, whether you got a gun or not, you ain't going to be pulling that out. This ain't it's because the familiarity with pulling that out and reacting to that gun, you don't live that type of life.
Mm-hmm.
You may want to believe that you're some kind of superhero or something like that, but in real life, you don't live that type of life. It's a foreign type of life to you. There are some soldiers, there are some soldiers who, and some high-end police that train all the time for those type of situations and stuff like that, and they still will freeze.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they still. I remember being when because it's a funny story, so I'll tell it a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
We were on patrol. My patrols were small, 4 or 5 men patrols, and we was patrolling this thing, and this hand came up and grabbed one of my team members by the foot.
Mm-hmm.
And he got all these guns. You know what he did? He did that. And you know what we did? We laughed. We laughed. He get grabbed by the foot by somebody from underneath the ground. There was an enemy. And he's spinning and we're laughing at him.
Wow.
So it's like, yeah, you could be inside that situation and you got a gun.
Mm-hmm.
And we're all trained on responding and stuff. The high likelihood of you responding with taking out that gun and being able to identify the perpetrator and all these things is really, 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 really low.
Mm-hmm.
You know, the gun is pretty much useless in that kind of situation.
Wow.
And there's no shielding either. You pull it out, you're probably gonna get shot.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, it won't work, folks. It won't work. We don't really live in an environment where that comes to play. Yeah?
Well, there's nothing we can really do about this one. This one has already happened. There's nothing we can do. We can't go back in time and stop this from happening, but there's things that we can do to stop the future shootings or future mass shootings.
I think people need to get rid of their guns. They need to man up. Put the gun away. Go take up boxing, karate, fighting or something like that. Take up knitting or crocheting or cooking. Or take up some other sport and everything, but it's something that's physical and that's going to increase your health and your well-being and your mind. Go to school, learn some things in books and stuff. Just take up some other sport. And if you really have to be a hunter because you think that's my heritage or some craziness like that there, all right. But, you know, the gun should be stored in a place that's away from your house, not in your house where you have access to them all the time.
Right.
You know, and if you really want to protect your house, the best protection in the world is called your neighbor.
Mm-hmm.
That's your best first line of protection. Because if you got good neighbors, you know who visits the neighbor's house. You know, you see people sneaking around in the night like this, you call the police or you just put your lights on and they think second about, I ain't busting in the guy's house and stuff like this. I open the door, hey, what up? You know, your first line of defense should be your neighbors. But how many people can know your neighbor?
Right.
You know, sure, don't know.
All right, we're going to get ready to take a quick break, but before we do, I just wanted to say rest in peace to Tom Petty. Tom Petty passed away, 62 years old he was.
66 or something.
66.
And he don't back up.
Yeah, don't back down. Yep. I'm going to stand my ground, and I Won't back down. Rest in peace to Tom Petty. We're gonna miss you, miss your music. Free Falling was one of my favorite songs as well.
Yeah.
We just wish you and your condolences out, some condolences out to your family.
And to all the people who suffered the tragedies out there. Yeah.
Yeah.
I can't say anything, just that's about it.
Yep. Sorry for your losses, and may God bless you.
And all you other knuckleheads who want to try to make it into something else for your own entertainment, grow up.
Yes. It's not about you.
Yeah, grow up.
All right. Be right back on Truth to the Need.